Before we begin this morning prayer, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and like this video. It helps us continue creating peaceful prayers like this one, and you'll never miss a morning of encouragement. God, this morning I woke up with heaviness still wrapped around my shoulders. I wanted to rise with fresh energy, but instead it feels like yesterday followed me here. My body aches with tiredness that even sleep didn't erase. My mind is slow, like it's wading through fog, and my heart feels fragile, like one more disappointment could break it. But even in this weariness, I want to try again. I want to begin this day, not perfectly, not strongly, but gently. With your help, I want to lift my eyes from the weight I'm carrying and place them on what is still possible. I want to believe that even tired hearts can find strength in you. That even when I don't feel ready, I can still begin. I don't need everything to be fixed this morning. I don't need to have answers or motivation or a perfect plan. I just need to feel that you're near. I need to know that you see how hard I've been trying, that you don't dismiss my pain because it looks invisible from the outside, that you understand what it's like to be worn down by life, that you don't shame me for waking up already tired. Instead, you meet me here, in this moment, with compassion and care. So I breathe slowly. I let this first breath be a whisper of hope, and I let this second breath be a small surrender. I'm not okay yet, but I'm not giving up either. I want today to be softer than yesterday. I want to move through it without forcing myself to wear a mask of strength. I want to be able to say, I'm not at my best today, without guilt. I want to pace myself instead of pushing myself. I want to treat my own heart like something sacred, not something broken that needs fixing. So please, God, help me to walk slowly. Help me to let go of the shame that says I should be further along. Help me to listen when my body asks for rest, when my mind begs for quiet, when my spirit needs reassurance. Help me to respond with grace instead of frustration. Sometimes I wake up and feel like I've failed before I've even begun, like I've already lost the day before the sun has fully risen. But I know those are just lies born out of exhaustion. The truth is I'm still here. I still have breath in my lungs. I still have time to take one small step, even if I don't know where it will lead. I'm not finished just because I'm tired. I'm not weak because I need help. I'm not broken because I'm healing slowly. I am a human being made with limits, and you, God, know those limits better than anyone else. So, this morning, I ask for enough strength to get out of bed without judgment, enough clarity to take one task at a time without pressure, enough peace to quiet the critical voice in my head that says I'm behind. I ask for patience with myself and softness in how I talk to my soul. If I spill something, help me laugh. If I forget something, help me forgive myself. If I cry, help me not to hide it. If I feel too much, help me not to shame myself for being sensitive. If I need to pause, help me do it without guilt. I'm not trying to be perfect today. I'm just trying to show up with what I have, and what I have is limited. But with you beside me, even limited feels enough. Even slow feels sacred. Even trying again feels like an act of faith. And so I try. I move. I begin. Even though I'm still tired, I want to live this day from a place of grace, not performance, not expectation, not urgency. Grace. Help me speak gently today. Help me be honest when someone asks how I'm doing. Help me notice the little things that still bring joy. A warm cup of tea, the sound of birds, the softness of my blanket, the kindness in someone's eyes. Let those small things matter. Let them be enough to steady me. Let them be signs that you are with me in every detail. I don't need a burst of motivation right now. I just need a small light, a flicker, a reminder that I don't have to carry the weight of the whole day at once. I can carry 1 hour, 1 moment, 1 breath, and you'll carry the rest. You'll carry what I can't. You always do. Let this be the kind of morning that holds me like a quiet song. Let this be a day that doesn't rush me, or measure me, or shame me. Let it be a slow unfolding. Let it be safe to be soft. Let it be okay that I'm not ready for loudness, or decisions, or bright light just yet. Let it be enough that I showed up at all. I want to remember that rest is not wasted time. That gentle effort is still effort. That showing up when I feel like disappearing is strength. That holding on when I want to let go is courage. That even in my lowest moments, you still see beauty in me. You still call me worthy. You still reach out with love. You still believe in my tomorrow. So even though I'm still tired, I want to begin this day with you. Not in fear, not in dread, not in shame, but in quiet trust, in hopeful surrender. In the belief that there is goodness waiting for me. Maybe not loud or dramatic, but quiet and real and steady, and I want to meet it. Please stay with me through the hours ahead. When I forget my worth, remind me gently. When I push too hard, slow me down. When I feel lost, bring me back. When I doubt, whisper peace. When I ache, hold me close. And when I feel nothing at all, be my stillness. You don't ask me to perform this morning. You only ask me to come. And I'm here, imperfect, unpolished, quiet, but present. And that is enough. This morning, I want to be gentle with myself, gentler than I've ever been. I don't want to start this day by rushing or comparing or listing everything I haven't done yet. I want to start by breathing. Just that. Slow, deep, kind breaths. Breaths that tell my body it's okay to be tired. Breaths that remind my heart it doesn't have to fight to be seen. Breaths that settle the whirlwind of thoughts before they can spin out of control. I want to begin this day the way I wish someone would begin it for me. With kindness, with warmth, with a hand on my shoulder that says, "You're doing the best you can," because I am doing the best I can. Even when it doesn't look like much from the outside. Even when I'm moving slowly. Even when I can't get through everything on my list. Even when I need breaks and silence and space. I am still trying. I am still showing up. And that has to count for something. It has to matter to someone. And I believe, God, that it matters to you. That you don't wait for me to be energetic or successful or strong before you draw near. You come to me in the slowness. You sit beside me in the stillness. You whisper, "You are enough," before I even do a thing. I've been tired for a long time now, not just from lack of sleep, but from carrying too much for too long, from holding myself together when I needed to fall apart, from pretending I was fine when I wasn't, from trying to fix everything and be everything and hold everything. It's exhausting, and I'm feeling it this morning. But instead of pushing that feeling away, I want to welcome it with grace. I want to acknowledge it without shame. I want to say, yes, I am tired, and I still want to live this day with purpose. I still want to love, even with a worn-out heart. I still want to hope, even if it feels small. I still want to move forward, even if it's barely a step at a time. So God, meet me in this slow place. Not where the world runs fast and demands so much, but here, in the quiet part of my morning, where I'm still in my pajamas, still rubbing the sleep from my eyes, still unsure how this day will go. Meet me in the ordinary moment when nothing spectacular is happening. Just a heart asking to be seen and a soul asking to be held. That's all I need right now. Not solutions, not fixes, not perfection, just presence. Just remind me that I don't have to earn peace. It's already available. I don't have to be impressive to be loved. I already am. I don't have to hide my weakness because you already see it. And you stay. You stay through the tiredness, through the mess, through the doubt. You don't flinch at my honesty. You don't recoil from my brokenness. You don't leave when I have nothing to offer. You stay, and that means everything. If I only manage to do one thing today, let it be this: to believe I am worthy of care even in my low moments. Let it be enough that I treat myself with softness. Let it be enough that I try again, not with force, but with hope. Not with pressure, but with trust. Not with panic, but with peace. I want to notice beauty today. Not big, dramatic beauty, but gentle beauty. The kind that whispers instead of shouts. The sunlight sliding across my floor. The silence before the world fully wakes up. The rhythm of breath that keeps me alive. The comfort of warm water on my skin. The way my favorite song makes my heart feel lighter. The small kindnesses that are so easy to miss. Let those be my fuel today. Let those be what keep me going when the energy runs low. Let them remind me that tiredness doesn't mean I'm disconnected. It means I'm human. It means I've been living. It means I've cared. And when I find myself slipping into thoughts of not enough, stop me. When I say, I should be better by now, interrupt me. When I think, what's wrong with me, meet me with tenderness. Show me a new way to see myself today, through eyes of grace, through eyes that don't measure worth by output, through eyes that don't call me lazy for needing rest, through eyes that see my soul, not my pace. Sometimes I think everyone else has it more together. They move with purpose, they speak with confidence, they wake up with energy, but I don't know their full story. I only see the outside. And maybe, just maybe, they're tired too. Maybe we're all just trying, each in our own way. Maybe if we were all more honest about it, we'd feel less alone. So help me be part of that honesty today. Help me lead with realness instead of image. Help me admit when I'm struggling. Help me show someone else that they don't have to hide either. If I could speak to my own soul this morning, I'd say this: you are allowed to begin slowly. You are allowed to be soft. You are allowed to need help. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to not have it all figured out. You are allowed to feel everything deep. You are allowed to stay close to the quiet. And still, you are enough. Just as you are, still tired, still healing, still loved. Thank you, God, for understanding the language of weariness, for speaking in silence, for showing up when I can barely pray, for holding me up when I can't lift myself, for never making me feel like I'm too much or not enough, for being the steady ground beneath my trembling feet, for being patient with my process, for believing in me when I can't, for calling me beloved even when I feel broken. This morning, I don't need fireworks. I just need you. I don't need everything to be perfect. I just need to know I'm not alone. I don't need to fake joy. I just need the freedom to be where I am and still be embraced. I want to remember that even in the quiet, even in the fatigue, this day is sacred. This breath is sacred. This life, my life, is sacred, and I want to live it with tenderness. So here I am, still tired, still unsure, still a little fragile, but still choosing to show up, still choosing to begin again, still choosing to believe that maybe today holds something beautiful, even if I don't see it yet, still choosing to trust that I am carried, held, supported, and never abandoned. And that, God, is enough to get me through this morning. This morning, I don't want to pretend. I don't want to force a smile or fake energy. I don't want to rush past what's real in order to meet expectations that were never mine to begin with. I want to sit here in this exact state of being tired but willing, and I want to let that be holy. I want to let that be enough, because trying again even from a place of emptiness, is an act of quiet courage. And I know you see that, God. I know you hold space for beginnings that don't start with fireworks, but with shaky hands and whispered prayers. Let today be one of those quiet victories, the kind that doesn't get applause, but matters deeply in the heart. Let getting out of bed be a triumph. Let choosing not to criticize myself be a milestone. Let preparing breakfast, answering one message, or simply breathing without panic feel like sacred steps. Let me see that showing up, even in my weariness, is a beautiful declaration. I haven't given up on life. Please protect me today from the pressure to perform, from the lie that I have to be impressive to be valuable, from the inner voice that pushes me too hard when I barely have enough to give. Teach me how to be tender with my own limits. Teach me that saying no is not weakness, that stepping away from stress is not quitting, that listening to what my soul needs is not selfishness. It's stewardship, it's love, it's healing. Help me not to resent myself for needing extra time, or for not moving at the pace of others, or for craving silence in a world that shouts. Let me be okay with being different today. Let me trust that my journey, though slower, is still sacred, that growth can happen in rest, that strength can rise out of stillness, that you are just as close in the pause as in the progress. God, I feel so much this morning. Maybe not all at once, but it's there, layered underneath the tiredness. There's fear of falling behind. There's grief I haven't named. There's anger I haven't expressed. There's loneliness I don't know how to explain. And all of that makes moving forward feel heavy. But if you walk beside me, I think I can take a few small steps. I don't need to climb mountains today. Just a few small steps will be enough. A few deep breaths, a few kind thoughts, a few moments of quiet connection with you. Show me how to hold space for what I feel without letting it drown me, how to acknowledge it without letting it steal my joy, how to carry it gently instead of hiding it away. Let this be a morning where I don't rush past my own heart, where I listen, where I tend to what needs care, where I choose presence over productivity, connection over control, kindness over critique. And when I forget, because I will, please remind me. When I forget that my worth isn't tied to output, remind me. When I forget that I don't need to be strong all the time, remind me. When I forget that it's okay to need rest, remind me. When I forget that it's okay to need rest, remind me. Sometimes it feels like the world only celebrates energy and excitement. But you, God, delight in slow mornings too. In soft beginnings, in hearts that try again, even when they're exhausted. So help me cherish that. Help me honor this version of myself, the one who's doing the best he can with what he has. Help me not to compare him to yesterday's version or tomorrow's expectations. Help me to meet him with grace. If my hands feel empty today, let me hold peace. If my heart feels scattered, let me gather stillness. If my soul feels raw, let me wrap it in warmth. Let this morning not be about pushing through, but about making space for healing, for breathing, for beginning again without shame. I want to live this day slowly, intentionally, softly. I don't want to race to the end. I want to notice things, the color of the sky, the texture of my food, the feel of my feet on the ground, the rhythm of my breath. I want to be here for real, not just going through the motions. I want to feel what I feel without apology. I want to be okay with not having high energy. I want to make peace with the pace I'm moving at. And if all I do today is take care of myself in small, unseen ways, let that be enough. Let that be sacred. Let that be celebrated by heaven, because not every day is is about changing the world. Some days are about not falling apart. Some days are about keeping promises to myself. Some days are about letting go of guilt and welcoming grace. So, God, be with me in every quiet choice I make today. When I choose to breathe instead of rush, when I choose to pause instead of panic, when I choose to speak kindly instead of criticize, when I choose to rest instead of push, when I choose to let go instead of hold tight, let every small choice be an offering of trust, a prayer in motion, a step closer to peace. Remind me that I am not alone in this journey, that someone else is waking up today feeling exactly the same, tired, uncertain, overwhelmed, and maybe, just maybe, they'll hear this prayer and remember they're not alone either. Maybe we'll carry each other unknowingly through the shared strength of quiet mornings like this. So here I am, God.